it's where you're combining a device and a drug product. And there's many versions of a combination product, such as a medicated bandage, right? So a bandage with ibuprofen, or well, not ibuprofen, but what's that stuff, aloe burn cream, that would be a combination product. The most popular category on combination products right now, though, are pre-filled syringes. And I think you're going to see that continue to be an area that explodes, particularly when we think of it in terms of the home health care environment. I was reading about Ozempic, which is now, that's for the pre-diabetes condition. Okay, well now they're using it for weight loss, and it's you go 4 weeks and you inject it at home 4 weeks straight. So it's home injectable. I think this is where we had that before, pre-filled syringes with like EpiPens, but this is now taking it to a whole different venue. And I think we're going to see more and more drug products combined with syringes, and you're going to have a lot more home health care going on, people administering drugs to themselves. Insulin, people have been administering insulin for years, right? We're going to see it advance to the next level. Another example of a combination product would be like a heparin-coated stent. So if you have a stent placed in your heart for a heart disease and it's coated with heparin or a blood thinner, that would be a combination product, right? Anything that's combining some sort of vehicle or delivery vehicle with the drug product really technically falls under combination product. If it's a new device, you're going to have to, the lead will be filing the new device under the regulatory pathway. If you have the new drug, but you're using a pre-existing device, you're going to use the drug. That's going to be the predominant pathway to follow. But the best way to go about figuring out which way to go is to call the center, call FDA, because they have a combination product center that will help guide you. You explain to them what you're doing, what you have, what you're trying to accomplish, and they will set up how that combination product flows through their system, expeditiously flows through their system. It actually clarifies what's going on. It clarifies a lot of the steps that need to be taken, how it's going to flow through the system. I think anybody into the combination products at all, particularly those that are moving into the pre-filled syringe delivery area for home health care, needs to take a look at that guideline and really familiarize themselves with it. It's for everybody. And I think we have to, I'm going to digress a little bit on you on devices too. This whole concept of home health care is really coming full-time, big time. You have all these apps where you can put on a sticker and then it sends real-time data to your physician. I saw one for an EKG where it's like a little teeny tiny keypad that you put your fingers on and it sends data through the internet. I think this is just going to keep growing. And I think what we need to really concern ourselves, the way we need to go and the future regulations are going to really be around cybersecurity. I think the cybersecurity is going to become critical because we've already seen instances where hospitals have been hacked and held at ransom, right? So anytime, I think if you're into the pre-filled syringe and you're into kind of a new device that's going to send stuff, you really need to think about your cybersecurity in a, very hyper elevated way. The testing for the drug is going to be pretty much the same as it is, and the testing for the device is pretty much, it's the combo product that we get to. It's the sterility issues. Some of these are aseptically filled, right? And so I think when it comes to this, how you test it for sterility, how many units, I don't like to go with the traditional USP sterility test because I don't think it draws enough units. So when you're working with aseptic products, you really need to pull a representative sample of the batch, which I think USP now does, not just 10, right? So it's really creating that representative sample. I think where this all kind of comes together is where this is when you get into the area of advanced therapeutic medicinal products or ATMPs, you're facing a whole different set of situations. If you've got some kind of combination you're doing with that, because it's personalized medicine. So if you're using, sometimes you're releasing it before you know the results. You're getting it into the person's body before you know the results of how it is if it's an injection and you put it in a syringe, right? Pre-filled it or something for the patient. So when we get into this home health care, right? If I have, if it's personalized medicine and it's in syringes and I have 4 of them that I take home with me and inject myself, that's a combination product. And that's a whole different ball game when you're talking about personalized medicine, right? So you might not know the product met the final specs before the person has to inject it into themselves. I think the area of pre-filled syringes is going to continue to grow. I think there's a lot of companies out there that may not know the path forward, may not know the sterilization requirements. And I would say, if you fall into that category, you need to reach out to experts and you need to reach out to the FDA.